Alright, so this is episode 11 of Shadow's House Season 2. A little bit of a recap. We saw the continuation of the chase that Maryrose and Rosemary were giving to Kate and John, and then eventually Sean and Emily joined back because there were just plans on top of plans. You know, a lot of things were happening on top of each other, and essentially we were just seeing which side was going to one up which. So there was that, and towards the end we see that, or at least to the narration of Kate, that they have turned in Rosemary and Maryrose. So I assume we're going to see what's going to happen to them in this episode. And I did see the thumbnail of this episode, and I see that we're probably going to get a flashback segment of Edward, since we did have that talk before where Edward remembers Maryrose and how perhaps she had changed after he had gone through his own, ceremony of like merging and all that, and being a part of the adult wing. So that's going to be it's going to be interesting. But I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below. My brain blanked out on what I should have said. Anyways, let's get started. There you go. They're gonna be in jail, of course. For both of us, in similar rooms. Hey yo, I hear that sad music! I was thinking, I'm not a child any longer. Hey yo, is that Kate? Damn, dude, he's getting a good long nap. Oh? The letter, Emiliko. Gotta get stronger and wiser and more cunning. She taught Kate something. Alright, let's see. Man's napping away. Oh my god, what an aggressive snorer. Oh, so Barbara and Barbie invited them. Your room's very large and very lovely. What sort of punishment, huh? Turn over to the passageway of glory. What? Gonna bear witness? Oh. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me write that down, because I haven't really written down any names of like buildings and such. The passage we used for the debut. Okay. There's no need for you to know about that, alright? For breaking our promise. Damn. You saw the suit that was coming out. Ah! And then there's Christopher. Oh, and there's Edward. Alright. Yeah, no wonder she doesn't fucking like you. Is Edward just a fucking tsundere? First class of students. Alright. Damn, Barbara, are you trying to ship people? Oh. Oh, so those other two were a part of the Starbearers. Okay. God, her hair is so fucking pink. What is this? He's wearing the Starbearer, but nobody wears it now after what happened to Christopher? Holy shit! Oh my god. Oh. Oh. So he was thinking about that too, that there's a difference. Which I guess is like, if the other Starbearers, the current Starbearers, look up to Christopher, then like with what he says and with the way that he's teaching, I guess I can understand that with, what is his name? Benjamin? When he was talking about the difference, to Louise, about how like there's a difference between you and your living doll. Okay. Oh, there's Benjamin. Oh, look at them. They were so not built before. Problem children. Oh my god. Oh, all the Starbearers when they were little kids. When Christopher receives an invitation, it'll be difficult for anyone else to win over these young ones. Are here to carry on. Okay. Okay. So, like, did this man get, like, snuffed? We were the greatest generation. So, like, okay, well, hold on. I was gonna ask. So, man got the invitation to come over to the adult wing, and he didn't make it, perhaps? You know, if we're going through the green box and all. Oh. God, Christopher was like the pillar of the community. What are you in the mood for then? Oh. She doesn't want to become an adult. I suppose this is when she realized or figured out. But she also said that she was a special, whatever it was called, a special shadow. But that, you know, she remembers everything from the beginning. Had the wrong idea about everything. Oh. Damn, girl, you can just explode like that in a blast? And then you hurt Barbie? Damn! You cannot become an adult. That's Thomas? So he was the one in charge of the children's wing. But because of your suit power. Gave her Starbearer. Because she's not worthy, yeah. She was going to get Maryrose in, but... Oh. But is Christopher actually in the adult wing, or...? I mean, we haven't seen the man yet, but... We are not the same. Oh, once more, you guys parted ways. Barbara doesn't know anything. Oh, a special morph. There you go, that's what it is. Where did I go wrong? If experiencing this anguish. Who is Anthony? Breaking Anthony's brainwash. Oh. This life isn't a bad one. Reconsider. They're trying to go for a high route. The greatest generation. Okay, a feeling of superiority. Why do you keep it? Why is it a burden for Barbara specifically? Of dying and being taken in by the shadow. And then what about Anthony? Did he become a... And then this is when Barbara... But then she's... Damn, sad, bro, sad. Look at this fool. Just smiling away. Alright. Oh shit, is she going in for an all-out attack? Like, you know, she'd rather... Oh my god, she got explosives in there? Wait, hold on. Whoa! Oh shit! Oh! Rules, am I right? And now you guys are just gonna have to watch this. Just toss him out into the ocean. That's his suit power? See, should have tossed him out into the ocean. Sorry, into the lake. Vibrate the air using suit? Oh, suit in your ears. No! All the suit! Can you take a punch though? Oh my god. There's an open window. They're going out on their own terms. Damn. They'll be fine. She'll be fine. It's alright. when they play that sad music in the beginning, when Maryrose and Rosemary were, in the cells next to each other, all I was thinking about was, during the finale of the debut with Shirley and Rum, and we were like, you son of a bitch, trying to get me to catch the feels with this music again. Wow. Oh my god, that was like, this whole entire episode was just a flashback, which was pretty nice. I very much enjoyed it. We got to learn a lot of details that I really like. But yeah, just what Maryrose and Rosemary said. They're gonna go out in their own terms. They're the one who decide how the curtain falls. So instead of being kept and tortured, why would they do that when they can just just jump off and... But again, they'll be fine. It's okay. Those who fight back. Alright. Alright, we're gonna head back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 11 of Shadows House Season 2. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty great episode. I really enjoyed it. I really like all the nice little details that we got in this episode. And, just seeing how it used to be, what they had called the greatest generation to what we have now is very interesting. And also, again, with all the little tidbits, on how Rosemary and Maryrose learn about the whole process and the fact that they have to merge with each other in order to become an adult. But we still haven't really learned what had happened with Anthony, because Christopher had offed himself, but Anthony is still around, and so I wonder if Anthony ended up becoming a veiled doll because his shadow's dead. But now that I think about it, maybe being a veiled doll is not that bad, huh? At least you don't die. You're just in a state of slavery forever, but you think they reused veiled dolls, eventually? Or actually, no, they wouldn't, because this is a closed circuit, so everybody sort of knows everybody. Okay, anyways. Overall, this episode fills up a lot of, I was gonna say holes, but just not questions, but like assumptions that I had, but they give you a clearer evidence on it, which is really nice. Like with Maryrose giving them lessons, and also before the lessons, she was also saying about how, like, oh, you probably feel some sort of superiority to these people because you know more knowledge than them. And I had thought that, the way that she says it felt very much like a projection. So to see it here in this episode when she had broken Anthony's brainwashing, and broken Anthony's brainwashing, and knowing that she was the one who did that, and knowing all of this information that nobody else has, she had gotten that sense of superiority before the entire thing crashed down with, Christopher dying and all that. So, again, it was just a nice little tidbit to just solidify what I had thought about Maryrose during that time, so it was very interesting. And then we immediately got that explanation when Kate and Emiliko came to Barbara and Barbie's room, and Kate was just kind of like, whoa, is that the Star Bearer badge or whatever? I've never seen any of the Star Bearer wear it. And Barbara was just like, no, you don't need to know about that. And then we get into a fucking flashback about it, and it was just really nice to see that, the reason why they don't wear, all of the Star Bearers don't wear the badge or whatever, is because, at least for Barbara, but I also assume it stems to everybody else since they have a good relationship with Barbara, is that Barbara doesn't feel like she's on par with Christopher yet, so she's not worthy of this of this batch. But also we learn about Barbara and why she had gotten the position of Star Bearer in the first place, and that was because she had injured Barbie and they had gotten a scar, and because it was specifically a scar in her face, they couldn't become an adult, which honestly, it's such a tiny scar, but face very important for these shadows. But because of that, she wasn't able to become an adult until the scar heals, which honestly could take fucking years for the scar to heal. But instead of just getting rid of her, they know that she has I would assume they keep her around because of her powerful suit volume, and also because, according to Thomas, Christopher has high hopes for her. So, I guess even when Christopher is gone, his words are still ringing, maybe. But because of that, Barbara became the Star Bearer, and she was allowed to select everybody else. To select certain people to become a Star Bearer. But she had said that the system has changed, and that becoming a Star Bearer isn't about being a doorway, a door path, a path leading into adulthood, or at least getting the invitation to adulthood. Being a Star Bearer is now just looking after the kids or maintaining the status quo. I believe so. So it was really nice just to see what's going on in like the flashback and all that, and having all the details that you can sort of guess, but having it filled in to you and having clear evidence is very nice. So overall, a very nice episode. The other thing that I forgot to mention before I went to talk about Barbara and Barbie was one of the lessons that Maryrose had given, which was don't hold back on your enemies. Don't underestimate your enemies. But then I think it was Emilico who's like, yeah, but she was holding back on us, wasn't she? So it's sort of like it's very much a lesson of don't do what I did. We saw nice tidbits about Benjamin, Susanna, and Oliver and their respective living doll and all that, kind of like how Benjamin and Ben weren't as buff as before I assume they became a Star Bearer, or after Christopher had disappeared. We also saw Oliver, the fucking wild child that he is. Oh man. But it was nice to see just that I don't know how to say athletic, how athletic Barbie is, and the fact that she's similar in that regards to Emilico. Honestly, before she gotten her like shark face on, she does give me that feeling of Emilico. But it's also nice to see her athleticism. There you go, that's the word, since we have seen her kick some suit butt. And the other thing that it was it was a flashback that we had seen before too, right? When Christopher was telling stories, and was telling stories to get the kids to, clean up their suit and all that. Edward had mentioned during the passageway, what was it called? The Passage of Glory. He said that, this whole phantom thing is just made up by Christopher in order to scare the kids into actually doing their fucking job. But the fact that Maryrose made it into a reality, which is an interesting thing. So I very much like that. It's interesting to know that Maryrose and Christopher had decided to keep Barbara out of this, despite her being a part of the group as well. But they said that it's because they don't want to burden her. And I guess I can kind of see it, because she can't really control her suit power, and if she gets stressed and all that, but she was also this timid little girl that perhaps you feel like you wouldn't be able to trust her to do many things. Or perhaps it's also that slight sense of superiority that Maryrose had felt. But it's man, just the sad thing, just knowing that their relationship, Maryrose and Barbara's relationship, had dwindled after Christopher had disappeared. I keep saying disappeared, but he disappeared into the afterlife. So towards the end, with Maryrose and Rosemary rebelling and using this piled up suit that they've somehow managed to stockpile under the bridge. They broke open a passageway for Edward to grab Edward, and honestly should have tossed him out, but I guess I'm totally fine with having him having to deal with the consequences of not being able to capture the target. That's also very nice. Also, how long was that hallway? Because the Starbearers were supposed to be running after them, right? Or I guess maybe they were just standing there in shock. Oh man. But I suppose we will have to see how the Starbearer react to this, since we have, been focused on them before we got into this whole chasing Rosemary and Maryrose. So it'll be nice to see how the Starbearer react to this, specifically Barbara and Barbie, since they don't know anything about what the feck is going on, because they've been kept in the dark for so long. So I wonder if, I don't know, I guess anything will happen. But yeah, overall, very nice episode. I really enjoyed this. I usually am not the person who likes flashbacks, mainly because I feel like it really depends on certain flashbacks, but sometimes there are anime with flashbacks that I feel like they don't need to go into flashbacks. But this one, I do like it. I do like it in terms of, again, showing the greatest generation to the current generation. And we did see during Maryrose's flashback and her talking about how she was a special morph, I believe someone had said, like, oh, special morphs can be of any size, it doesn't have to be tiny, to which they eventually showed it anyways. So here it is for me to be like, instead of me being like, oh, so morphs can be of any size, wow, I've already know it. Because somebody commented on it. Oh, fantastic. Alright. My feeling of passive aggressiveness aside, if I do have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.